Greetings everyone, this is Danny from hardtravel.com, your luxury cruise experts, and today I'm on board the stunningly beautiful Celebrity Millennium. We are just wrapping up an incredible cruise here on board. I wanted to take a few minutes to talk to you today about, well, the story that was in the headlines the last 24 hours. And hopefully everybody will dig deeper than the headlines, because I wanted to explain to you why this is proven that the way Royal Caribbean Group and Celebrity Cruise Lines has handled COVID on board and all the protocols, they've done it perfectly. The story here is that yesterday in the early afternoon, the captain came on board, giving a full announcement and full disclosure. I appreciate their transparency, and let us know that when they were doing the routine antigen test to head back home to the United States, they found that two passengers that are in the same room, they're traveling together, that they were fully asymptomatic, but also tested positive for COVID-19. Now, we know that we do not live in a COVID-free world, and so essentially what happened is they let us know that if you want to speed up your testing because you have the last 2 days to do it, this is a requirement of the local government in St. Martin. It's also the requirement of the United States to get back into the United States. And basically they said if you want to come on down, take your test early, you can. A lot of people chose to go earlier. They also wrapped it up this morning. And here's the big news story, guys, and I certainly hope that the news media who decided to run the big headlines come back with is that nobody else on board, over 700 crew members, almost 600 passengers, nobody else tested positive for COVID-19, which means that it has been contained. And what I love about that, first off, our love goes to those two passengers. I don't want anybody to get COVID-19, but the highest of likelihoods is this is something that happened before they got on board. So this is something that, maybe they were testing negative because they did take a PCR test to get into St. Martin. Maybe when they were at home in the United States, that's probably the highest likelihood. They were around a friend or a family member or somebody maybe who even was symptomatic and had COVID. But what's great about that is that what we've seen now is what Pfizer has said, and Moderna, and the CDC, and the president, and all of these people, is that the purpose of the vaccinations is to prevent the spread, and the fact that nobody else on board has it, that means that it's worked pretty darn flawlessly in that sense. Also, that people don't get sick, severely so, because you can get severely sick from lots of different illnesses, and in this particular case, once again, nothing changed on the cruise ship. They let us know. They were calm, cool, and collected. The spirit on the cruise didn't change. This is a party. This is excitement. This is about the return to cruising. I want to say a huge thank you to our crew member friends. They have been unbelievable throughout the entire cruise. They've been upbeat and positive throughout all of this. There are 11 nurses on board. This is something that Celebrity has done intentionally. Royal Caribbean Group, as part of their Healthy Sail Panel protocols, have done, is what they've done is they've increased the facilities on board, they've added quarantine rooms, they've expanded the medical facility, and what all of that did was allow them to rapidly get through it. My parents, my wife and I, myself, Taylor and Kate, we all got our tests within, I did a test. It took about 3 minutes once I got there. I registered on my phone. They scanned the QR code. They went and did the swab. No big deal, not even for my daughter. And then we went out, and basically by the time I got back to my room, I had an email. I pulled it up. I logged in. We were all tested negative, which is great. I mean, that's the purpose of the vaccine. Because here's the deal, guys. If you're at home and you went to the grocery store today, do you know how many people there got tested? Do you know how many were symptomatic or asymptomatic? If you went to a sporting event, if you went to a shop, if you went to school, if you went to work, if you got on an airplane or a bus, you don't know. But guess what? Because we're on a cruise ship, and Royal Caribbean Group, with the leadership of Richard Fain, we've had the incredible leadership on Celebrity of Lisa Lutlow-Perloff, also on the Royal Caribbean side, Michael Bailey. They have done an amazing job stressing that their crew are their priority, the crew safety. They quarantined before they got on board. In fact, I saw a video from Captain Kate from the Celebrity Edge. We're going to be on board there in just a few days. She was quarantining because she had her vacation already. So she came back on board, quarantining for 14 days. She's vaccinated. And in addition to that, those are extra protocols they're taking. But to me, what I really hope is that the news media goes out there. USA Today, you had LA, or the New York Times, you had all of these publications that put out some very salacious headlines of people on board have COVID. I think Newsweek even put out a headline, outbreak on board. 2 out of, 1,300 is not an outbreak. It's an exercise in containment done right. The protocols around the ship, you won't find, I think it'd be tough to find a hospital that's cleaner than this particular cruise ship. They've replaced the air ducts so you have fresh air coming in. Check out the Healthy Sail Panel recommendations. Check the Healthy at Sea information on Celebrity Cruises. They've done a flawless job throughout all of this. The captain, he has been calm, cool, and collected. He's been a leader. That's what great leadership looks like, guys. And what I wanted to share with you today is that we're still on board the ship. Nothing has changed from the cruise experience. It's an ultra luxury experience. We've had no lines on board. It's reduced capacity. Our next 5 cruises are going to be highly reduced capacity as well. If you want to cruise now, reach out to us, because now is the time to cruise in a way that will never be replicated once again. We do have some incredible suites. Even on the Symphony, I've got some star class for you at the end of August if you're interested. But basically what I want to share and what I want to wrap this thing up with is the crew members have been incredible. They've done everything that they're supposed to do. They've done more protocols to keep this ship clean, to keep us safe than you're going to find in your local community. And that's what Richard Fain said over and over again. We want our ship to be safer than Main Street. And guess what? I believe it is. I truly, truly believe it is. On this cruise ship, over 99% of the people on board are vaccinated. The 2 people that had COVID, once again, our prayers are with them, but it seems like they're doing absolutely fantastic. They had quarantined in their room. They brought them food. They brought them the entire cruise experience to them. They're going to get off in St. Martin. We all visiting St. Martin, we paid a small $30 insurance fee. So that means they're going to go stay at a hotel for a couple days until they test negative. Then they're going to head on home. They're totally asymptomatic. And once again, I mean, if there's updates, we'll share those with you as well. But this cruise has gone off flawlessly. It is everything that's great about cruising. The entertainment staff has been amazing. My daughter has not missed a show. She's loved it. I've been humming Andrew Lloyd Webber and Hairspray and Flashdance for the last day since that incredible show last night. The casino's open and running. The art auctions are happening. The coffee shop is open or Taylor wouldn't be here. The restaurants are all here. The specialty dining. The amazing suite experience is exactly what you would expect. Lumine Restaurant, the Retreat Sun Deck, the Retreat Lounge, all of the incredible retreat hosts that are taking care of people in the room. And guess what? If you want to have most of your experience in your room, you can still have an ultra luxury experience. They can bring you your coffees, your pastries, your food. Whatever it is that you love about cruising is happening on board. And a huge thank you to Royal Caribbean Group for being great. In fact, I think they're the best at what they do. They've taken care of me, my family, our fellow cruisers here. In fact, I know of at least a dozen couples on board this ship that have booked for next week. They're so excited to come back on board. We're heading over to the Adventure of the Seas, and then the Celebrity Edge, and then the Odyssey of the Seas, and then the Freedom of the Seas, and then the Edge, and then the Equinox. Then we're heading up to Alaska for the Serenade and the Ovation. We might get on the Summit as well. Then we're going to try to get the Silver Muse, and we're going to keep filming cruise ships and sharing what we love with you. And what I can say is, once again, kudos to Royal Caribbean. Thank you so much for taking care of us, and I'll see you guys soon. When you're ready to book your next luxury cruise experience, reach out to Hard Travel. We are your luxury cruise advisors. We know we can do an incredible job for you, your friends, your family, your group, whoever wants to cruise with you, or you can join us on one of our hosted sailings.